Hello, I'm Johnston from the University of Waterloo, presenting our research reconstructing paleohydrographs from strandplains of beach ridges in the Upper Great Lakes. As the title indicates, we've divided the poster into three different parts. The first part includes past milestones, after 2 decades of research in the Upper Great Lakes. We developed a new approach of extracting the most accurate elevation and age inside ancient shorelines to interpret lake level and create the most detailed lake level paleohydrograph with a resolution of many decades extending back to 6 millennia. With this research, we have defined 3 superimposed natural oscillations in lake level, multidecadal, centennial, and millennial, linear rates of GIA, or tilt of the lake basins back 6 millennia, and we have deciphered the location and conveyance of active lake outlets in the late Holocene. The second part of the poster is the current status of shoreline research. The map shows about 20 sites we studied, or strandplains of beach ridges, that relate to modern and ancient lake outlets. With these sites, we have created 3 outlet paleohydrographs, or compilations of data from about 400 beach ridges surrounding one lake. The highest paleohydrograph is the superior paleohydrograph, or what water level change would have looked like at the Sault Ste. Marie outlet over the past 6,000 years. We published this in 2012 in Johnston et al. And the lower paleohydrographs are the Michigan-Huron paleohydrographs. Lower is the original and upper is the updated paleohydrograph, or what was experienced at the Port Huron-Sarnia outlet for Lakes Michigan-Huron over the late Holocene. We published these in Badkin Thompson 2000 and updated the paleohydrograph in Argyilan et al. In 2018. Distilling all our research together, we can summarize key findings in a simplified paleohydrograph. They include: first, redefining the last contemporary high stand of the Upper Great Lakes, called the Nipissing, that is responsible for setting up the coastal configuration we see today. And second, millennial lake phases are what we have found to be 3 superimposed and persistent natural lake level oscillations in the Upper Great Lakes, the multidecadal, centennial, and millennial. And third, redefining Lake Superior, becoming its own lake only about 1 millennia ago, and finally separating for good from Michigan-Huron. Now let's zoom into the Nipissing phase. Through our research, we have found that the Nipissing was 1 millennial lake level oscillation, containing various shorter-term rate changes in lake level, responsible for the many erosional and depositional coastal features we see and depend upon today. The third part of the poster describes the vital gaps in shoreline research. These include re-examining and collecting data near 4 important lake outlets to determine long-term natural rates of outlet erosion or sedimentation and glacial isostatic adjustment. For example, studying the downstream St. Clair Delta of the Port Huron-Sarnia outlet. Clues to outlet conveyance are in this delta, or creating a Nipissing paleohydrograph for the North Bay outlet, or studying the role of bedrock sills at certain outlets. Other gaps we identified include re-examining historical versus geologic rates of glacial isostatic adjustment near the Port Huron-Sarnia outlet, required to separate long-term natural rates of erosion and glacial isostatic adjustment at this important outlet, and improving the spatial coverage among study sites across each lake basin. Other gaps focus on the modern millennial phase, finding more detailed records of the past millennia, and investigating the impact of the separation of Lake Superior from Michigan-Huron. Another gap includes further pursuing the connection of glacial isostatic adjustment between lake basins by using the Nipissing phase shorelines to reevaluate connections made by historical gauge data to better predict natural geologic rates of GIA, or tilting between lake basins. Other gaps may include studying gravel ridges, rhythmic sequences, and the lower Great Lakes. In this poster, we have attempted to summarize past milestones, current research, and vital gaps in our paleohydrographic research to invite other researchers to get involved and pursue some of these vital gaps that we have targeted from 2 decades of fun and fulfilling shoreline research in the Laurentian Great Lakes. Thank you, and take care.